Goku had one of the most legendary mindsets of all time. And now what I want to go over in this video is, can his mindset be adopted into your actual life? We're gonna go over that. So you want to follow and you want to definitely listen to this entire video. Goku's mindset is unmatched. And this is what makes him such an iconic character. Okay, there are 3 different characteristics that goes into his mindset. The first thing is that he was always training. The second thing is that he never gave up. And the third thing is he always gave it everything he had. Now, the always training aspect is something that we definitely can apply to our lives because it's something that we need to do all the time. We either always need to be practicing, we always need to be working out, we always need to be studying, whatever the case it is that you can apply this to your life, you need to be continuously trying to improve. That is part of what Goku's mindset was. His main thing was, you always have to be training because you never know when the next threat is going to come. And that absolutely applies to your life because there's always a greater challenge that we are going to meet in our lives as we grow older, as we grow up, as we move up in companies, as we go up in school, whatever the case may be, there is always a new challenge. So you should always be trying to improve yourself by training, studying, learning everything that you can. The second thing is that he never gave up. There are battles that I'm just like, he knew he was outmatched, and that didn't make a difference. And obviously, because it was like the world depended on it, right? He had to try. But on a mindset scale, if you really look at that, you can apply that to your life and actually kind of adopt that and think like, okay, the world's dependent on me, or my family's dependent on me, or whatever. And you can use that to continuously push you forward so that you never give up. Because never giving up, especially with something that you know that you have to do, but you know it's difficult, you gotta keep going, okay? You can't give up on it just because it's difficult. And that's the main key here that you want to pay attention to, is just because it's difficult doesn't mean that you can just get rid of it, be done with it, and be like, whatever, it's just too hard. You gotta push through that. And if you notice, every time he pushed through those blocks, he would have a breakthrough. Anytime he didn't give up, the villain, the opposite character would just be like, dude, what is going on? And it's because he had the mentality, he had the mindset of, I'm never going to give up, until his body or his life was completely depleted. Okay. The third thing is that you have to give it all you got. This is actually one of the main reasons why I started following Goku and why I started trying to adopt his mindsets and actually apply them into my life personally. The very first Saiyan saga that I saw in Dragon Ball Z, that showed me everything I needed to know. And what happened, y'all, what really happened in that, and a lot of people debate back and forth whether, you know, Vegeta always lost to Goku or whatever the case may be, is Goku actually lost. He gave it everything he had and lost. That is what actually made him the most iconic character to me. I was like, wait a minute. This dude gave everything he had and still lost. Now that can apply to most of us, y'all. That can apply to most of us when we really look at how our lives go. Sometimes you're gonna give your best and it's not gonna be enough. And that's reality. That's just what it is. And you have to adopt the other 2 mindsets. You have to say, okay, well, I'm going to continuously train to get better. And then I'm never going to give up in that process. And that's what's going to help you to get to the next level. That's what really made Goku the most iconic character, in my opinion, because he lost a lot. And people don't really shed any light on that. I don't really see a lot of people talking about that. But he lost often. But he still tried the best that he possibly could. He still gave it everything he had. And that is what we need to adopt, y'all. Those three mindsets, those three characteristics that goes into Goku's mindset are incredibly crucial to your life. Like, it is dead serious, something that you need to contemplate. If this is a character that you enjoy like I do, it is absolutely something that you want to think about if you're applying it to your life. Always remember it. Mindset matters more than anything else. What your mind is set on will dictate your future. Focus on potential, because that is what you are. Anytime,